Hello friend, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. I am so excited for today's video because I'm filming it in my brand new apartment. Next week I'm gonna do a complete apartment tour and show you everything about my new place and all the things that I got and how I decorated it, but I'm still waiting on a few more items to come. So that video will be coming next week, but I'm so excited to show it to you guys, and I'm just so thrilled and just I'm so happy to be in this new place. I can't wait to show you. So stay tuned for that. But today I wanted to make a video on a question that I actually get kind of frequently. What are my healthy breakfast recipes? I'm so excited about this because I'm such a breakfast person. Like, I cannot start my day without eating breakfast. I don't know how you people do it who don't ever eat breakfast and wait all the way till lunchtime. I love food too much that that just won't work for me. I firmly believe that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And if I don't eat breakfast, then my brain doesn't work and my body doesn't function, and it's just a mess. Now I get it, some people don't like to eat breakfast in the morning, they just don't like to eat food. That's totally cool, but if you are the person that maybe you just like to sleep in and you don't like to take the time it takes to make breakfast, but you want to eat something, or you find yourself grabbing for something unhealthy because you're on the go, you just don't know what to make, I got you. That's what I'm here for. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. Recipe is overnight oats. This is something that you can make the night before, hence the name overnight oats, and it's super easy. All you need is a mason jar, some oats, and any kind of milk that you like. So what you're gonna do is put a scoop of the oats in the bottom of the mason jar, fill it with the almond milk or whatever milk you're using so that it completely covers the oats. It's gonna be kind of soupy, but that's okay because overnight, the oats are gonna absorb that liquid and it's gonna be nice and thick and creamy in the morning. Now, if you just do the oats and the milk, it's not gonna taste very good. So I always add something like cinnamon to give it a little bit of flavor, but you can really do whatever kind of flavor oatmeal you want. You can add vanilla, you can add brown sugar or Splenda, really any kind of flavors. You can kind of play around with this and make it your own, which is super fun. I also add chia seeds to my overnight oats because they have a lot of omega-3s and they also have a ton of fiber. So it kind of like gets everything moving in the morning, if you know what I mean. But aside from that, the great thing about chia seeds is that once it hits liquid, I don't really know like the scientifics of it, but they basically expand and they get really puffy, and so it also helps to make your oatmeal thicker and have a good texture. So once you have everything in your jar, you just close it up, shake it around, and then you put it in the fridge, and then you let it sit overnight. It's so easy. This is such a good recipe for people that don't like to cook in the morning and just want to grab something and go and have it ready to go. One thing I do in the mornings is I top it with berries or granola or a little bit something else just to give it a little bit more sweetness. You can also make a few of these in advance so that you have breakfast for a few more days of the week. I wouldn't do too many because they do go bad because you're not putting any preservatives in them, but I think like 3 is okay. I tried 5 once and like they all went bad by the end of the week, so don't do too many, but you can definitely make a couple in advance. The next recipe, oh my gosh, you guys, is so good. This is my all-time favorite go-to recipe, especially in the fall because of the flavors. They're just amazing. It's apple peanut butter oatmeal. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm gonna break it down for you. Basically, you just make a regular bowl of oatmeal how you usually would. So oats in the bowl, water. I always add a little bit of chia seeds for the thickness, and then you microwave it till it's done, stir it all up, and then set that to the side. Then I cut half of a Honeycrisp apple up into little pieces, and I put it in a bowl and mix it with a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon. You can also add some pumpkin pie spice if you want, or some allspice. Mix it all up so the apples are nice and coated, and then in a large skillet, you're gonna heat coconut oil. And you want the coconut oil to be really hot because when you put the apples in the coconut oil, it needs to sizzle. We're gonna saute and caramelize these apples, and it's going to make your kitchen smell like heaven. They're gonna get nice and brown and golden, and then you're gonna take them off, put them on your oatmeal. I kind of like to put them on the side and like make it decorative, but then you can add whatever toppings you want. So sometimes I'll put like a little line of coconut shreds, some more chia seeds, and then a drizzle of peanut butter, or in this case, I used a big scoop of maple almond butter, and you guys, it's the best breakfast recipe ever. If you make this one, please take a picture and send it to me because I want to see it and I want you to experience the goodness of this recipe. The next one is called eggs on legs. This is the name that I made up because it's basically these little mini egg bites that you can take on the go with you. Get it? Like eggs with legs, like little mobile eggs. Okay, anyways, all you have to do for this is chop up your favorite vegetables. I tend to stick to bell peppers and spinach, but you can, again, add whatever you want. And then you're gonna put those in a bowl and crack a couple eggs into it. Salt and pepper, add your seasonings, Mix it all up with a fork or a whisk, and then you're gonna take a muffin tin and then you're going to grease it. Make sure you get it really well done even in the corners because you don't want your muffins to stick. And then you're gonna take your egg mixture and just pour it in the muffin tin and bake it until it's done. It's so easy, and this is another one of those recipes that you could have like 10,000 different variations because you could add different cheeses, you could add sausage, ooh, bacon would be really good, but whatever you like in your eggs or what you typically eat, like experiment around with what you could add into these little muffin things. These are super great, again, in the morning if you don't have time to cook, you can just grab 2 out of the fridge. They store really well in a Tupperware, just throw them all in there and you have breakfast for the week. Then you can be confident knowing in the morning that you've grabbed something that's super clean, it's really healthy, it has a lot of protein and even vegetables. My next recipe is sweet potato toast. So I don't really like bread all that much. I'm not gluten-free or anything. I've just never really been a big fan of bread, but I love the idea of avocado toast. So I saw something online a couple years ago where someone took a sweet potato and cut it in half long ways and then basically cut planks out of the sweet potato. So they had like a skinny, long, almost like a piece of bread, but it was sweet potato. And then you toast that, and you have to toast it a couple times just to make sure it's cooked all the way through and gets nice and soft. But when it comes out, you can top it with whatever you want. Peanut butter with banana and like a little drizzle of honey, or you can do almond butter. A savory option would be to take an avocado, smash it on the top with some salt if you're more of a savory fan. But this is such a cool, fun breakfast idea that's completely made out of whole foods. Okay, this next recipe is another one of my all-time favorites, especially during the fall season because it has pumpkin in it. I made this recipe so much when I was competing for Miss America. It's pumpkin protein pancakes. Basically all it is half a cup of pumpkin puree, 3/4 cups of egg whites, and then you can either do a 1/4 cup of oats to give it a little bit of thickness, or you can do 2 tablespoons of flaxseed for kind of the same idea. I always add cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice just to give it a little bit of flavor, but you just stir all that up, mix it all together, and then you're going to heat up coconut oil into a skillet, and once it gets hot, you're just gonna fry the pancakes like you would any other pancake batter. Once my pancakes are done, I always like to drizzle a little bit of peanut butter or nut butter on the top because peanut butter makes everything better. My next breakfast idea is just a simple yogurt parfait. This is so easy. It's something that you can partially make the night before. I wouldn't put any granola or anything on it until the morning of because it tends to get kind of soggy, but I just get plain Greek yogurt, and then I like to take berries and kind of mash it into the yogurt because that way it gives it flavor without buying a flavored yogurt that has a lot of added sugars. If you mash like raspberries or blackberries into the yogurt and stir it all up, it's like the same thing, and I actually think it tastes a lot better. So I mash up the berries first, maybe add a little bit of cinnamon, and then I put more berries on the top, a little bit of granola, coconut flakes, maybe some chia seeds, and then as always, all my bowls are topped with a drizzle of peanut butter or any kind of nut butter, or you could just do like a big scoop and a blob in the middle, which is always good. Another recipe you can do the night before is chia pudding. Chia pudding is kind of like the overnight oats, except for it doesn't include the oats. It's just chia seeds and any kind of milk that you're using. So you're gonna do 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, a cup of milk, and then you're gonna definitely want to add some kind of flavoring because just chia seeds and milk is like really nasty. So if you do that, you're never gonna want to eat chia pudding again. So highly recommend making some kind of flavor combination. Chocolate peanut butter is one of my favorite ones. You can do cocoa powder, maybe like a peanut butter protein powder to give it some protein. Another thing I've tried is adding vanilla. You can add cinnamon, honey, brown sugar, anything to kind of sweeten it up just a little bit. But once you get all your ingredients in, you just put the cap on, shake it up, again, stick it in the fridge overnight, and in the morning, the chia seeds have expanded and it's a pudding-like consistency. When you're ready to eat it, you can top it with berries or any other kind of toppings. If you haven't figured out by now, I'm a big toppings person, so don't be afraid to just load it up with berries, coconut shreds, granola, peanut butter, honey, whatever you can find in your pantry. This is also something that you can make a couple of, so you have breakfasts ready to go throughout the week. Or you could even do like 1 overnight oats, 1 chia seeds, and have the eggs with legs, and you have like a couple different things that you've pre-made that you can like switch it up every morning but still have something ready to go without you having to do any work. This next recipe is another spin off of avocado toast. Again, I don't really love bread, but I love avocado toast, and so I've actually started making it on a rice cake. It's so easy. You get a rice cake, smash some avocado on the top, add a little bit of salt, and then if you're feeling real bougie, you can fry an egg and then slide it on top of the avocado toast, because usually it's about the exact same shape of the rice cake, so you have like the rice cake, the avocado, and the egg, and it like looks super cool. Be careful when you eat it though, because it can be very messy if your yolk is runny, so I recommend like eating it with a plate or over the sink, or else you're just gonna have egg all over your face, which is usually how I look while eating it. But yes, avocado toast on a rice cake with an egg, so good. And this is such a good savory breakfast option. I know most of my ideas have been sweet, so if you're a savory breakfast person, this one's for you. Okay, I've got 2 more recipes for you. Hang in there. This next one is so stinking delicious. It's a little bit more time consuming, but it's so worth it. You're gonna take a zucchini and a spiralizer and make zoodles or zucchini noodles. And then you're gonna saute it in a pan with coconut oil, add some salt, pepper, give it some seasonings, and you don't even have to saute it that long or else it's gonna get really soggy and you don't want that. So you literally only have to cook it for like 2 minutes and then it's done. Put it into a bowl and then get any type of chicken sausage. I love the chicken apple sausage, but you can get whatever your favorite ones are. It doesn't even have to be a chicken one. I'm just trying to think of like healthy ideas. Basically get your sausage, cut it up into little pieces, and then add it to the bowl with the zucchini noodles, and it's done. And it's so good. Oh, you have to try it. I love it. And my last recipe is super, super easy. Sometimes in the morning, breakfast just needs to be simple, not complicated, nothing you have to think about or stress about. And so my recipe is super easy. It's 2 hard-boiled eggs, a little bit of veggies, and some berries. Super easy. Hard-boiled eggs are so good because you can make them in advance. They last for forever and it's such a good source of protein. Eggs are like one of the best things you can eat. And I like to eat veggies in the morning, as weird as that might sound, because sometimes I just get so busy during my day that I don't know if I can fit in all my veggies. And so if I eat a little bit in the morning, I at least know that I've gotten some in already at breakfast. I hope you like some of these ideas and that you found it helpful. If you want to make some of these recipes, I just posted a blog with all the things you need, all the ingredients and the instructions. So if you look down in the description box below, I've got the link for that there. Comment down below which recipe was your favorite or which one you're going to try. Or if I didn't mention something that you love to eat for breakfast, let me know that too, because I'm always trying new recipes and I would love to try yours. Thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe to my channel because next week we've got the apartment tour coming. I'm so excited to show you guys my new place and all these things that I'm looking at that you can't see right now. So definitely subscribe, turn on your push notifications so that you're the first to know when my video drops. And in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at Nicole the Nomad. Hope you have an amazing weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.